Okay, when we were on last time, I said, let me push pause and see, and then all of a sudden it was done. So we are back with our two reds. We were doing number 31 and 92. These are the Marco Raffines. They are an oil base that I got off of Amazon, and I really like them. So remember, we were doing just the tops in the reds, just the tops of these berries. Trying to keep my hand out of the way, but I can't just cut my thumb and knuckles off. Let's see, I believe that's all the berries. So now I'm going to do the bottom part. And they're rather little, and there's not a whole lot of blending to do. Whoops. Oh, yeah, right. But again, if your berries don't blend right away, like that's a shoddy job there, I'll come back in with the lighter color, and that'll take care of it. And just blend with that lighter shade. Now we need to decide what colors for everything else. Part of me says in the video here, yes, I see, thank you. And let everybody just do the rest of it on their own. And part of me says, no, go ahead and go a little further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little further, but I'm probably not going to finish this on video because so much of it is going to be personal choice. Now when I do a candy cane, I try to make sure that the very tip is colored. The reason for that is that if I leave a background white, I don't want my candy cane tip to blend in with the background. So that takes care of that. And if you hear the TV in the other room, it's because it's evening here and the Cowboys are on again. So, anyway. All right, so you noticed I just did loosely. Didn't worry about the edges so much. If you were with me when we did this one, you already know that I'm going to shade the sides so that it looks more rounded. Actually, that's not the one I did with y'all. This is the one I did with y'all. It's almost the same. The candy's just a little different there. And then we did the same thing when we did the video with her. We made sure this looked rounded. So let's work on that rounded area now. And so I've got the darker shade. And I'm just going to come up the sides. I'm not going to really try to blend. There's not a whole lot of room for blending on this. In fact, that looks rather shoddy. I will have to do a little bit of erasing. So you just want to make it look like it's wrapped around. And again, there's not a whole lot of space in here to get a pencil in. So if you choose to do this part solid, yeah, no problem. I'm going to get in here and get some of this a little better. Trying to cover some of that white, some of that tooth that's in the paper. The stuff that makes the pencil actually grab on. Now I really should have done my gray first to have shaded, because it's going to actually pick up some of this red when I go to put the gray in. I must say, I'm not sure what kind of paper this is, but I am having some of it actually pull up when I go in and erase, and that doesn't usually happen. So that is something different with this paper. In the long run, I don't think it's going to matter. I'm just telling you that it's different. That's all. It's not a good or bad thing, just different. Any more candy canes? I don't think so, but I do see our flame over here. So let's address that. I'm going to grab, what is this? This is 19, and I'm going to have out my 31. I'm going to put the yellow in the middle. Actually, I'm going to put that yellow in the whole thing. And then when I come in with my red, light touch like a baby's cheek. I'm going to zoom in, so y'all just hang on. Don't get messed up here. Still learning this phone. I do like the phone. It's the LG V20, and we got cash back from our other phones, and we decided to go satellite at the same time, so we also got $200 gift card. So that paid for a lot of groceries, don't you know? Anyway, yeah, good phone, and it's great on photography because I'd like to do some grayscale stuff, but I've got to be able to take some really sharp pictures with it. So that's one reason we went ahead and got me the nicer one. I'm going to go back over the top and blend because I don't want that red in your face. I'm going to do the whole thing. And that's one reason I put the yellow on first, so that it would tone it down when I sandwiched it between two layers of yellow. Okay? But yeah, the LG V20 has a panoramic and regular camera within it, and it's not something you have to go and flip around. It's not even so much a panoramic, it's a wide angle lens. It shoots this way or it shoots this way. There's two different lenses on it, and then you've also got the reverse for like selfies and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's got speakers in it unless you put the earphones in, but then you can adjust those, so that's pretty cool too. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that has to be certain colors. I'm toying with the idea of going ahead and doing some of this in yellow, but I really think I want to save the gel pens for that. And I'm thinking there's not really anything else that has to be a certain color. So let's look at the grays. And there are, we've talked about this in the past. I don't remember if I put the grays at the front or the back. I think they're at the back on this one. Maybe right there in the middle. Here they are. We have cool grays. We have warm grays. Excuse me. We have French gray. So the difference in all these grays, do you see how this gray here, it actually has more of a black undertone, I guess, for no better word. This has a blue undertone, and then is there a French in here? Nope. Okay, so maybe it's just the blackish gray undertone and then the blue undertones. And I am going to go with, let's see, which way do I want to go? So that's the first thing you have to decide is, do you want the blue undertone or the more blackish brown undertone? And I think I want the one with the blue in it, just because I have some other blue in here. So I'm going to go with this. If there's a light one, if there's not, I'm going to switch to the other one. Okay, there we go, 73. So I'm going to get 73 out, and that is going to be to do everything that's got white in it. So number 73, get all the goodies over here. Well, there it is right there. Good thing it wasn't a snake. I would have been bitten. And I'm going to get out the white also. Okay. So if you have these, the Marco Raffines, it's number 73 and number 01. So I'll write that over here in the margin, 73 and 01. Now what I'm going to do, I wish I could get you even closer, but anyway, I'm going to go down just the sides. Yeah, that really did streak up a lot with that eraser. That's not normal for these colored pencils. So I want to say it may be the paper. This book is from India, so I don't know if that's normal or not. I did not have problems with it in the other books. You know how sometimes stuff just prints bad every now and then? That could easily be it. So there's that. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make this stocking. It's wrapping around, so it would be darker on the outside edges. So then just do some blending here. Yeah, papers and stuff are different in different countries. Not all paper is the same. That did not blend, so I'm just going to come in here and go lighter. When we went to visit our daughter in South Korea, when she was over there teaching English, the concrete wasn't as hot, but yet their humidity is horrible. Step outside and you're just soaking wet. Okay, I don't like how that's blending, so I'm going to try to take it up and just start over. And it's because concrete's made different with different things in it in different places. So that was interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the paper here all of a sudden. Okay, that's a little bit better. Then we've got the fur on the hat. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put it darker here on the edges. Then as I come in, I'm going to get lighter. Okay, and it's going to make it look like it's more wrapped around. Okay. And again, on this paper, it could be that I had a little bit of oily residue on my hands from eating my burger tonight. Hubby brought in Whataburger, and it could have been that I contaminated the paper with some of the oil or grease that was on my hands from the French fries. So all of those contribute when you're doing your pencils. Okay, so that kind of makes it look a little rounded. How about this guy? Okay, move all that over. All right, there is going to be shadow under his hat. And then maybe down around here from where this is all shadowing him. Then there's going to be a shadow under the scarf. The scarf is on top, so it's leaving that shadow down underneath. That arm's kind of tucked back behind, and that's on top of this, so that's shadowed. That star is on top, so there's a shadow here. And it may be that I'm just being a little more heavy-handed tonight, I don't know. So, all kinds of things to think about when you're coloring. I told you all the other day, sometimes you just have a bad pencil day. Put them down and walk away. I was painting earlier and didn't have a problem though, so I'm thinking it's just some stuff that must have been on my hands. There we go. Okay, so you can see that shadowing in there from everything that's over the top. Let's see, what else? All right, I've been looking at that Noel, and I think what I want to do, and I forgot to set the kitchen timer, so I'm going to have to watch the clock here. Phone has a built-in 30-minute turn off. Aren't I lucky? All right, I want to do purple right through the middle. I know purple's not a Christmas color as per se, but it's the color for royalty, and I'm big on the nativity at Christmas, so I like to put some in. Ooh, you know what though? Wouldn't that be pretty right through there? Only thing is, I don't have a light and dark. Unless I use this, I could do that. Let's do, I don't know why those all look about the same to me. This one's a little duller. We're going to do 37 and 59. 37 and 59. Okay, 59. I mean, what better way to experiment, right? $37 and 59. Okay, which one do we want on top? Let's put this one on top. Let's just go for it. So in my little circles, and then coming down lighter. Now I'm going to have an imaginary line that goes all the way across. So it's going to be lighter right at that line area, because that's where I'm going to blend the two colors. Okay, so if it helps you to put that line in so that you remember not to go over it, then go ahead and put that line in. And it says my timer's still going, but it's showing me my hand frozen. Ah, and we're back. I have no idea what happened. Well, it says we're back, but my hand is still frozen on the video. So, don't know.